What's up, everybody? Welcome to Relationships with EJ80 Proof. Got a question for you today. Ladies, do you believe that we as men need as much emotional support, praise, and validation as you do? Well, if you answered yes, you are incorrect. It is not right. We need more. I mean, tons and truckloads more. Now, I'm not talking about every little thing he does. Oh, my husband tied his shoes. Oh, that's not what I'm talking about. That's just stupid. You do that for your 2-year-old. But men define their lives by success and failures. It's a black and white issue. And when we succeed, we look for the people closest to us to see our success and to praise us and encourage us for our success. I mean, every day we men go out of our way, we break our necks, we bend over backwards to praise our women, whether they've done something or not. When they do something, oh, baby, yo, I knew you could do that. But, oh, baby, you look so beautiful today. Baby, where'd you get that outfit from? Baby, baby. All day long, 24/7, 365 days a year. The sad part is that if a man gets any of these three things once a month, he's got a blessed one. Everything that we do in life, we do it to succeed by whatever definition our success is. And when we don't succeed by our definition, we take failure harshly. We condemn and judge ourselves harder or more deeply for failure than women do. And what we need is for someone close to us to tell us or remind us of who we are and what we're doing sometimes. There's too many times that men come home or are around the women that they hold or the people they hold dear. Well, let's just talk about our women. For the women that we hold dearest to us, and they never know. There was a play that came out a little while, some years back. The name of it was called Men Cry in the Dark. A man could drown in a sea of self-condemnation, and you will praise him at his funeral for having a great life. You would never, ever know. When we go through life and we're doing this and doing that, very, very seldom are we doing this just for our own self-gratification. But we look for somebody that means something to us to say, hey, listen, hey, honey, my husband, my boyfriend, my friend, my whoever, I see you and I see what you're doing. And what you're doing is good, it's great. And when it's done, we're going to be all right. And not just when he's doing something good. Make sure you're there when he fails at something. Even if he says, look, I know I failed today. Tomorrow I have to get up and try it again. You don't understand the amount of strength that takes for a man to even utter those words. Because the self-condemnation for failure is so deep that most men can't climb out. Most men don't have the strength to say, wow, I really fucked that up. Okay, tomorrow when I go back, I'm going to get it this time. Not a lot of men have that strength. It's that deep. And to have someone, even if your woman is not against you, But by her not saying anything in reference to what you do and how hard you try and all the hours and efforts and whatever you put into it, it adds to that condemnation. Because you never know, you don't know if she sees all the work you put in, which devalues the work that you put in. A man can drown in a sea of self-condemnation and be praised at his funeral for having a great life. Because no one will ever know. Because, well, let's face it, we men, we don't talk much about it. And the reason we don't talk about it is because, in our opinion, we're men, we got to handle it. Nobody gives a shit about what we're going through. That's the social understanding of this. So you, as our ladies or as the women in our lives, we need you more to encourage us, to emotionally provide for us, to give that stability and that praise, to say, hey, okay, so you're not a rocket scientist, but you can unstuff a toilet. I love that about you. I love that about you. Okay, so my husband will never be president. But you know what? I ain't never faced a hungry day in my life since I met him. That's my man. That's my man. And I'm sorry if you hungry, but you need to go find Joe's. It's too many times that women, I don't know if you understand, that even the energy and the efforts that we put out to praise you, to build you up, to make sure you have a man in your life, that takes a lot out of us. That's more pressure on us because we feel if we fail in that, we could lose you. So now that's extra. And for some reason, women or society at large feel that we men are so tough, so Tonka tough, so strong like the shell of a coconut that we don't need that in return. We just need to give, but we don't need no reception. Oh, only we need it when we do something good. And I'm going to say this, I don't know who's going to like it or not, but sex is not a reward for good deeds. It is not. So just because your man went and did something that helped whatever, that made life better in whatever kind of way, and you tell him, you know what, did a good job, meet me in the bedroom. Sex is not a reward for good deeds. Sex is just something that two people enjoy doing. That is all it is. And so, if he doesn't do anything this week, don't forget to tell him, hey, you know what? I missed you today. I was on the internet and I found that there are 2 new ways to do your podcast. Come here, honey, sit down. Have something to eat. Let me tell you about it. Well, what happened to you today? Nah, nothing. Well, okay, fine. Let's watch the show. Let's do something. Just make sure this man understands that you see him, that you value what he's doing, the effort he puts in, because every time he walks out the door, he faces criticism, condemnation. He faces demons that you probably never even seen in your life. He comes home because he believes there's something holy inside of his house, and that is his woman or his family. So there's lack of struggle in the house. There's an absence of chaos. And he gets to recharge when she comes in and says, you know what? I thank you for going to work today. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate you. You know, I'm glad you came home today because you ain't had to do that. But you came home, and I'm happy about that. You know, it is so important, so vitally important that this is understood. I'll talk about the importance of praising and validating women on another show, but I really need you to understand that if you have a man in your life and you're letting him go day to day to day without giving some praise, without giving some emotional support, without giving some validation, then you're doing damage. You're adding condemnation to his life. And trust me, we already have enough between society and ourselves. A man can condemn himself for failing himself. That's how deep it gets. So remember, emotionally support your man, praise him, and validate him. He needs it more than you. He needs it more than you know. Do it. Start doing it today. Because if you don't, you might be in Susie Q's house tomorrow. No, I'm just messing around. This is Relationship with EJ80 Proof. Thanks for watching.